Hi and welcome to Wild About Camping. This is my review of the Arc'teryx Aerios, A-E-R-I-O-S 45, standing for 45 litres. So it's quite a big sack. It's aimed at the multi-day hiking market. It's made of a 210 denier Cordura Ripstop Nylon mixed in with 100 denier Cordura. Plus they've got something called LCP, Liquid Crystal Polymer. I got it right this time. Liquid Crystal Polymer woven into it. Now, LCP, Liquid Crystal Polymer, is used in Kevlar. That was his first commercial use, so it's extremely tough. So what Arc'teryx overcame with this sack was having strength with kind of thin nylon. So they mixed in this ripstop nylon, not exclusively, and then put the ordinary Cordura in, and it's quite a low denier, because the higher the denier, the more stronger it is, or the stronger it is. So with this LCP mesh in it, it's basically made it really strong. Now it weighs, I think it's 1.02 kilos for those who live in the 21st century. For those who live in the 20th century, I think that's 2 pounds, 6 ounces and a bit. So it's quite light. Now, there are packs from other companies like Osprey, similar prices, similar volume, but I think what makes this pack stand out is the amount of research and development that's gone into this nylon that has this LCP in it. So I think it's better, personally, without even comparing it myself, because of the LCP. So I went for an Arc'teryx sack, and I know Arc'teryx have got a fantastic R&D, research and development team, so they put a lot of thought into this. I think it took 3 years of experimenting to come out with this nylon. Let's go over the pockets first. Now, on the front here, there's quite a large pocket, and it goes down to the symbol there. So I'll put my hand in, you can see it waggling around there. I've got quite a lot in here. I would say it's 0.75 of a litre. Yeah, 0.75 of a litre. Inside, I hope you can see this, but on the inside of the sack, there's a small pocket here, and it is small. I say just about get a hand into it, a male hand. There's a key holder there, and there is one internally as well. But I wouldn't be even able to put a wallet in here. It's very tight. I've got a key holder there as well. So it's for small little things I keep in there. You wouldn't fit a passport in there, definitely not. They could have made it a little bit larger. So they're the two what I call main storage pockets. Now, on the sides, they have very, very voluminous side pockets. And they work on this cinch system. And I have to say, I'm not entirely sure about the longevity of these elastic cinch systems. So the pocket gets tightened up, it hooks onto the pack there. There's lots of these little loops everywhere, hooks on, and then you tighten it up from a cinch there. You can get a hell of a lot in here, but you can't tighten it right up. So if you had something quite small in there and you're leaning forward, it could fall out quite easily. Now that could apply to any sack, I know, but these pockets are very big. That's one advantage and one disadvantage if you're carrying small stuff. So it's exactly the same on both sides, so the same cinch system as well. Now, I have caught this cinch system on undergrowth and it's pinged out. I'm frightened quite quickly. I'm going to rip it one day or break it, and then I have to go to Arc'teryx to get the spares. Now, if they don't have the spares, I will be really angry, but they have great customer service, I've been told. This is my first sack from Arc'teryx, so, it's an experiment for me, because normally I had Osprey or Berghaus or whatever. So there's two pockets there, very voluminous. Now, the chest straps have two pockets, and these are made of mesh, so they're not weather resistant at all. I guess, again, for weight. It's zipped as well. Both of them are zipped on either side, but you can go in the back as well and add something in the back if you don't want to unzip it. So exactly the same on both sides. Now, one side has something I don't care for. It's for carrying trekking poles, and I've tried carrying my trekking poles with it, and quite frankly, it was a disaster because my trekking poles are quite thick and they have the speed lock system from Lecky. And once I got them in there, then ran them through the waist strap there. To get them out was impossible. I had to take the sack off. So for me, there was no use to them whatsoever. You can't sort of one-handedly get stuff out. You're fiddling around. So I don't like that at all. That's one thing I think it's just an afterthought. I thought there'd be two, one on each chest strap, but according to Arc'teryx customer service, I got in touch with them, they said, no, there's only one. So, and it can be lost quite easily by the looks of it as well. So I better hang on to that. So I'm a bit disappointed with that, because this cinch system, all these cords everywhere, and they've got them at the top of the strap there, so you can pull the pack into your body at the top as well as the buckle system. I would say it's a weak point on the sack, but there's lots of loops everywhere on these straps where you can put carabiners on, or move the sternum straps, which are again on the cinch system. You can take them off completely. As I said, I hope Arc'teryx will have spares. And there's 2 of them there, but you can, as I said, you can take them off completely. So this cinch system is to save weight and probably to save money. I mean, it probably has 2 reasons as well, because nylon would cost more than elasticated cord. So I cover the pockets. The back is called Aeroform. It can be called what it's like, but I've used the sack and I can tell you that it's really comfortable and I don't get a very sticky back. It's got a mesh honeycomb here, and it seems to work really well. I mean, every pack has its own system, and quite frankly, if it's hot, and you get sweaty. But I've noticed with this, I wasn't so sweaty on my back. There's 2 attachments there, attachments for whatever, but basically I can't work out what their actual purpose is, but there are 2 little loops there. This sack keeps surprising me. I keep finding little loops everywhere. You know, you go inside a pocket and you find the cinch system is actually tied off from one of the pockets, let's say. I think it's one of these external pockets where you can, yes, it's the front pocket, for instance. You can go in here, and I think there's an end of a cinch cord that you can tighten up. Yes, there is. It's in here. It's for tightening up the front cinch system here. There is ISAC loops as well. Both sides there. Any decent sack of this size should have ISAC loops. I can't think of much else to say, except it's claimed to be weather resistant. I haven't used it in the rain. Now, it does have a roll top system, like a dry bag. And at first I got confused, but then I soon quickly found out the straps are there. So you just cinch it down like so. Once it's cinched down, you can leave it cinched down and you can access stuff. I'm just uncinching it to show you what happens here. You can undo the zip and get inside and get stuff. Also on the inside, I've got to mention, there's not a water bladder compartment, but you can run the tubing out to either side from here. You can put the tubing in there and it runs out either side. Personally, I would never, ever put a water bladder in a sack that didn't have a waterproof compartment. I know a lot of us use dry bags, but sometimes I just throw my camera in, and I don't trust bladders. As they get old, they start to leak. So personally, the water bladder thing is not an issue for me. I'm not going to put a water bladder in there. I can get 2 1.5 litre bottles in there, the Camelback bottles, so I can carry a lot of water at the side anyway. These are very voluminous side pockets. Anything else? I say there's loops everywhere. It continues to surprise me, and straps everywhere, so you can hang a lot of stuff off this sack. Because of the trekking pole attachments, which I don't like at all, I'm kind of thinking, well, 9 out of 10, but I think that's just a small problem. I think I'm going to go for 10 out of 10 with this sack. I think it's absolutely fabulous. It's really comfortable. I carry 20 kilos on my back, and I'm 63, and my back's old, my knees are old, and I don't have many problems with this sack. I find it extremely comfortable. I don't get any pains in my ribs, etc. So I do love this sack. Anything else? Yeah, well, as I said, 9 out of 10 I think would be a bit harsh, so 10 out of 10. And this cinch system, these elasticated cords, I'm not a massive fan of, but if they do replace them, if they break, I won't have a problem with it. That's it, guys. Thank you very much.